I got myself some red food coloring that I intended to use to simulate blood in that thumbnail. It's a good thing that I happened to get a few drops on my fingers before I splattered it on my face and hand, because that's when I learned that that stuff is a chore to wash off. Freaky is a new slasher comedy now in theaters about a high school girl named Millie who gets attacked by a serial killer known as the Blissfield Butcher, played by Vince Vaughn. But unknown to the killer, the dagger he uses has some ancient magical properties. After he stabs her with it, the two of them switch bodies the following morning. While the Butcher takes advantage of the situation by using her appearance to obscure his killings at her school, Millie finds out that she only has the rest of the day to reverse the curse before it becomes permanent. This movie is directed by Christopher Landon, who directed Happy Death Day, and it is in all of the same categories. It's another frequently used supernatural premise given a horror comedy treatment. And in this case, it's the body swap premise of Freaky Friday and countless other movies and TV episodes. And it is a pretty funny and entertaining movie. Much of this is because of Vince Vaughn, who is at times hysterical channeling the shy teenage girl. This may be the funniest I've ever seen him. He is the reason this movie works. Katherine Newton, who I know was in Paranormal Activity 4, she also does well when the Butcher has taken over her appearance. She managed to be somewhat creepy when the guy wakes up in her body and realizes what he can do. This movie aims to be a spoof of the horror genre in general, with visual gags and nods to classic horror flicks like Halloween and The Shining. It even takes place on a Friday the 13th, and the original title of the movie was, in fact, Freaky Friday the 13th. It's funny to think that they were just like, we can just call the movie Freaky and the audience will put the rest together themselves. Though some attempts at being meta don't land as well. At one point, they get a hold of the killer inside Millie's body. They have him tied to a chair at the house of one of her friends. And that friend is left alone to watch the killer while Millie and the rest of her friends leave to retrieve the dagger to change them back. It may have been meant as a play on horror movie characters making stupid decisions, but there doesn't seem to be much of a joke to it. The friend just casually suggests that it's a bad idea. That's it. If it wasn't meant as a joke, then it's just a really stupid decision the characters make. Also, like Happy Death Day, the movie's never that scary. It may be really difficult to simultaneously evoke fear and laughter, but it's doable. Unpopular opinion, I actually thought that It Chapter 2 pulled that off pretty well. Freaky, not so much. It really just succeeds as a comedy. But that may just be enough for most audiences. It is an entertaining time at the theater, made most watchable because of Vince Vaughn, and if you enjoyed Happy Death Day as I did, you'll enjoy this just as well. Christopher Landon, if your whole career is going to be built on putting a dark comedy spin on overdone movie concepts, go for it. Scoring on the Factor Facts, I'm going to give Freaky a 64%. That's a wrap. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this review helpful. Like and share, subscribe for more. This is Pop Culture. I'm Alex Pop.